Are you?
Okay. Wonderful. All right, everybody. So we will go ahead and get started. I will let more folks in as they arrive. We are going to do a really super quick introduce yourself and give us a really quick update on what's going on with your organization. And so what I will do is I will call on you as you appear on my screen. So first up, Lucky Duck, is Nikki Voigt.
Good morning. I am Nikki Voigt and I am with DoorTran. We are transportation, information, and referral, and we run a bunch of programs. So if you have transportation barriers or your clients do, give us a holler, 743-9999.
Thank you, Nikki. Dory.
Hi, Dory Goddard. I'm the manager at Door County Department of Health and Human Services. We kind of have a lot going on. We have open positions in public health and in our CCS program area, as well as we received approval in that program area for a new position starting in 2022, as well as a new part-time position in the CPS Youth Justice Program area. And we also have moved our two full-time positions at the YCC. For 2022, they will now be permanent county employees. So that was a huge thing that shows the support by the county board and our administration in supporting those services for the youth in the community. So yeah, there's open positions. Go ahead and look, and things are going really well. And that's all I have to say for the department right now.
Thank you, Dory. Vivian.
Vivian Grimes, supervisor at Door County in Children, Youth, and Family. I'm also working with the Parents Supporting Parents program that we're piloting here in Door County, and just moving forward with that program.
Thanks, Vivian. Corey.
Hi, I'm Corey McFarland. I'm the Deputy Director at Door County Health and Human Services. The program staff are covering the updates just fine. I won't add to it.
Thank you much. Chris.
Good morning. I'm Chris Miller, the coordinator of Cradle to Career at Lakeshore CAP. I've been busy, but still taking more referrals. A lot of more people are working, but that creates challenges with childcare. They have been able to get daycare, but then they lose income when they have to stay home because of COVID quarantines or RSV or all the reasons that are keeping them out of daycare. So doing a lot of resource referrals and advocacy, applying for Lakeshore CAP's rental assistance program. We have a number of different rental assistance programs. The problem is they're very short staffed down there and it's taking time. So just helping to keep them in the queue and get the documentation that they need, all that kind of stuff. The food pantry is picking up. They're getting a lot busier and we are still closed to the public in the food pantry, but it's been that way for over a year. So people are used to it, no problem. And that's it for me.
Thank you very much, Chris. Hi, Derek, you're next.
Hi, I'm Derek Jenner-John. I work for the Sturgeon Bay Police Department. I'm also the school resource officer for the Sturgeon Bay School District. I guess I don't really have a whole lot for updates. It's been a busy year though.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Rachel Jandrin.
Hey there, I'm a nurse with Door County Public Health, and updates are really just doing the vaccine clinics, booster doses and everything. So if you guys need vaccines, go ahead and give us a call. And then COVID cases, you know, they're not going anywhere. They're not going down. They're just kind of staying steady right now. So lots of follow up with that.
Thank you, Rachel. Megan.
Megan with Door County Public Health, kind of same thing as Rachel, COVID vaccines.
Paul.
Paul Briney, Youth and Sports Director with the Door County YMCA. I'm here with Tricia today, and we're here to talk about Kids Club. So we are doing an after-school program, and it's at Lansing Center off Lansing Avenue. And it's a Kids Club after-school program that was started where they can do homework, they get a free snack, and it's a good opportunity for them to just show up dropped off by the bus and kind of hang out for a few hours. So Tricia's done a good job with that, and we're just here to talk about that a little more.
Perfect. I can see the live or the video on the YMCA's Facebook page about that. So when I get to Tricia, she can share a little bit more about maybe hours and busing and that kind of thing. So thanks, Paul. Jennifer.
I'm Jennifer Miller. I work for Door County Circuit Court. I'm the Family Court Commissioner, and I'm also the Register and Probate. Court's back. You know, we've been back in session mostly in person, but we do have Zoom available on request, but some things we automatically set it up for. So that's still, it's helpful, especially now with the weather questions coming up. We're always going to have some amount of Zoom. So it's a good resource. It makes it easier for a lot of people to participate. So I'm very happy with that here in Door County and statewide. At the end of October, I had I hosted 70 some circuit court commissioners from all around the state of Wisconsin. Most of them were family court commissioners, and I got a lot of help from local experts. So I really do appreciate that. A number of people from the Department of Health and Human Services, you know, just a good primer on ACEs and generational trauma, post-traumatic growth and resilience. Cassie did a great job with that. I mean, they all did. Melissa Zhang and Lydia Haker. Millie Gonzalez was amazing. You know, we see a lot of domestic violence in our work in family court, and a lot of family court commissioners, we hear the restraining orders too. So that's always something we look forward to. And there were raves about Millie, you know, one of the best, if not the best, that we've had at a commissioners conference in over 20 years. So that was a longtime court commissioner. She said, "Oh, I've been doing this forever." So that was wonderful to hear, and it's so appreciated. People in the community helping me for my turn for that conference, and made it a success in Sturgeon Bay. That's it.
Thank you, Jennifer. And also just an additional thank you for bringing awareness to trauma and how it affects everyone in every mode of life. So appreciate that. Tricia, you are up next.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tricia Slanius. I'm the school age director at the Door County Y. Also, as Paul was saying, I'm the center director for Kids Club as well. So we officially licensed our after school program mid-November. So we've been open for almost a month, which is incredible. So we serve children between the ages of 4 and 12. Currently, we are busing from Sunrise and Sawyer, and all that registration is online through doorcountyymca.org. If you had any questions, though, you could always give me a call. The number at Lansing is 920-818-0796. At the end of this year, too, right after we have our Christmas break, we actually are offering our Kids Day Out program, which is our full day service from 6:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. That's going to be December 27th through the 31st. So that's on the horizon for us as well.
Thank you, Tricia. I just have one question, and I might have missed it as I was jotting down notes from what you were telling us.
Yeah.
Hours are the after school program?
So it starts at 2:30 and then we close at 5:30.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, Mary Ellen. You're muted. Here, I'll unmute you, okay? Hang on. So I'm gonna try to. There.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mary Ellen Smith, and I am the co-chair of the Dork County Partnership for Children and Families. And first of all, I really want to thank all of you for taking the time to join our meeting today. We know how busy everybody is, and it's just delightful. Some of you know me, some of you don't. I had computer problems this morning, so I'm on my phone. I'm also the vice chair of the Help of Dork County Board, and Help is another agency that's been really busy, that's short-staffed, and I see there's nobody else from Help on the call, so I will see if somebody else from Help can join next time. And I'm a retired Dork County Public Health nurse. That's about all.
Thank you, Mary Ellen.
You're welcome.
Kathy Schultz.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kathy Schultz. I am a CCF service facilitator for Health and Human Services, and Dory pretty well summed everything up. CCS, our supervisor, continues to get new referrals coming in on a regular basis. Hence, we're looking forward to filling another position for a facilitator. So that's all I have.
Great, thank you. Blaine.
Hello, I'm Blaine Nicholson. I'm sitting in to learn about the partnership, and I'm also looking into becoming a certified peer specialist for recovery and a mentor for individuals in treatment court.
Thank you, Blaine. Thanks for joining us today. Ann.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ann Schmekel. I'm the other co-chair of the partnership. I work for for Sturgeon Bay School System. I'm the Director of Teaching and Learning and Technology. I would just like to say thank you to all the new faces that are joining us today, and of course to, as Mary Ellen said, the ones that are joining us that have been true blue partners for a long time. The work of the partnership is more important now than it ever has been. School system, we're just working hard to keep the doors open and make sure that we're managing COVID to the best that we can, and at the same time providing quality instruction for our kiddos. Overall, it's going very well. We're very proud of the fact that we've been in session throughout COVID, even though we occasionally have classes and kids, of course, quarantined. We're just kind of trying to keep on doing a good job of educating kids every day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ann. And then Callie.
Morning, everybody. Callie Crowell, behavioral health therapist with Door County Medical Center. We have 4 therapists on staff and a psychiatric mental health nurse prescriber. We are staying pretty busy. I don't think I have anything else or anything new, really. So good to be here.
Thanks, Callie. Deanna just entered the room. I'm not going to put her on the spot. Wave hello, Deanna. She's our parent partner for the Parent Supporting Parents. She's doing an awesome job. She's been in training since June, and she's doing some shadowing now with the county. So that's exciting. So we're getting real close. Our goal is to hopefully be able to take referrals beginning of February. No guarantees yet. We want to make sure we got this down and we're doing it correctly and everything. And it's a brand new program for all of us here in Door County. So just taking it easy, taking it slow, and getting it right. So thanks, Deanna, for joining us. I am going to go ahead and pass over the mic to Chad, who is going to give us a couple of updates for the partnership, and then I'll take over and do my updates. And then I want to just chat a little bit about planning for 2022. So we've got about a half hour left, so we'll try to get through this as quick as possible. So Chad, go ahead and take it over.
Okay. Good morning. I apologize for my voice. I'm fighting some crud that my daughter brought home. So the first thing I want to talk about is Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. It's going strong. We have 691 actively enrolled students right now, 319 graduates. That's been pretty constant actually all through 2021. We've been right around that 680 to 695 mark in there. So that's good. We do have 2 gentlemen that have offered to pay for the library every year completely from now until they either get sick of me or sick of paying. So that's been a real blessing. So we've got that covered, at least for 2022 and beyond. So that's a good thing. I've been working with the 1923 fund, which Rebecca, I don't think I even shared this with her, but the 1923 fund has been the biggest funder of the partnership over the last 2 years. The grants come in 2-year grant cycles, and they have been probably, I don't know, Recca, what do you say, 90% of our funding, more than likely. The second course that we got funded was supposed to be the end of funding through them, just as their bylaws state that. Since we changed the partnership's mission statement and are focusing a lot in terms of dealing with mental health of kids and adults, I've been in talks with the committee that they would consider extending us another 2-year cycle. So that's a work in progress. I gotta meet with Steve, the head of the committee, next week and kind of talk more about where we see ourselves going as the Door County Partnership for Children and Families. So that's super exciting that we have that opportunity to be out there and have that funding. I've run a few of the parent cafes over the last, I'll call it a semester, if you will, the fall term. They've not been well attended. I don't know why. We've had sign up, but when push comes to shove and it's time to meet, people don't show up. I don't know if it's just the Zoom burnout or what the case is, but the people that have come have been lively discussions. And so for that, I'm grateful. Looking to get those started again once the holidays get past us and people can kind of refocus on life without holiday stuff to worry about. So same would be with the WOW cafes for the high school kids, and well as Raising a Thinking Child. So, and we're going to try a Raising a Thinking Child that meets during the daytime. Several moms have said nights don't really work well for us. Would you be willing to try a daytime session? So we're going to give that a whirl and see what that looks like. So I think, is there anything else, Rebecca, I'm supposed to cover?
Nope, I think you got it all.
Okay.
At least you got everything on the agenda, so you're good.
Excellent. Good.
Okay, so I will take the mic back here. So the next thing on the agenda is the holiday giveaway. So we decided to do something fun and interesting this year to help promote the partnership, and also just provide a really, gift for families that promotes family connection, which we all know is extremely important. Connection, period, is very important for people to grow in their mental health situations and things. You really need connection to heal. So at any rate, we decided to run this giveaway through next week. So right now it's live. If they go to the Facebook post on our page and like our page, if they haven't already, like the post and share the post, they get entered into a drawing. They can get a bonus entry for completing our survey, which I'll talk about in a minute. And then what I will do is come Sunday midnight, that's where I'll tally up who's all entered so far, and that's who we'll use for Monday's drawing. And we'll do a Facebook Live at noon on Monday. So, and both Chad and I are going to be new to the Zoom and live Facebook, so pray for us. But I'm going to have him draw the numbers out of a bowl wherever he is, which is probably at home in Green Bay. And then I will show like what the prize is and say congratulations and connect with the family to get that to them. And so we have 5 prize bundles. They're about a $30 value each. So we have a family movie night, which includes like a Redbox gift card and some snacks to go along with that. We have a family game night, which includes a few family games and some snacks for that. We've got a family dinner date, which is a Papa Murphy's gift card and a Papa Murphy's pizza cutter, and then a box. It's like a game that comes in a box called the meal box, and you draw a card out and it has a question or something, a topic of discussion to have with the family around the table. So promoting that conversation. A family in nature comes with 2 adult day passes for the Ridges Sanctuary, hot chocolate and marshmallows, and a year subscription to a Ranger Rick magazine. And then family kitchen fun is getting them together in the kitchen and cooking together. And I found a really neat book where her name is, I forgot her last name, first name's Katie, but she's a chemist, but she does this, like, has this recipe book where you can make edible things in the kitchen and then learn about chemistry. And so I thought that was really, really neat. So some really cool prizes. So be on the lookout for those lives. Then I will I'll talk about that when we focus on 2022 planning. So next is Welcome Baby program. So as you know, we've been working on this, trying to get this off the ground for quite some time, a couple of years. And we are ready. We feel like we're logistically ready. It's just a matter of funding. And so we have now applied for some funding through the United Way's annual campaign just to get off the ground. And so that program, for those of you that don't know anything about it, is to provide a screening to mothers either prenatally or at birth in the hospital. And we're working strictly with Door County Medical Center's hospital right now. We hope to expand to the Green Bay hospitals, but it's for Door County residents, and they will have there'll be a screening done, and then they will be offered a Welcome Baby packet. And if there are some risk factors identified in that screening, so then they would get a little more in-depth a Welcome Baby meeting with a family resource specialist who can connect them with some ongoing services. Of course, all voluntarily. We do not, try to make anybody do any of this. But we just want to give those little ones and their parents a really great start, out when they get into the world, and then so that they're ready for school when school starts. Parents supporting parents. So you heard a little bit about this.
Rebecca?
Yes, Mary Ellen.
It's Mary Ellen.
Yep.
I wanted to ask Rachel. Rachel, at this point, what is public health able to do anything with regard to postpartum visits?
We haven't gotten back into those.
Okay.
Probably be talking about it soon.
Okay.
But yeah, we're trying to hire on a couple staff that'll take over vaccine clinics and take over contact tracing so we could get back to more of that stuff again.
Okay. For those of you who might not be aware of service that the health department has offered for, well, more years than I almost care to say, because way over 50 years, I don't know how long. And Rebecca, the one thing, I don't know what you were going to say when, I should say a service that was really valuable. We could go on and on about how it helped parents. When you meet with that United Way committee on Monday, to me, the fact that because of COVID, that right now that the health department can't make their visits, to me, it makes Welcome Baby all the more important. So if you wanted to share that.
Yes.
Information.
That was going to be part of my spiel. I actually did
Perfect.
Feedback from Katie yesterday on where public health was at. So we are.
Excellent. Thank you.
You are welcome. Okay. So Parents Supporting Parents, again, is a pilot program that Door County is running that matches a parent with lived experience with the Child Protective Services Department, who has successfully reunified with their children and is doing well and being successful, now able to go back and mentor parents going through the process of whatever their goals and things are to get their children back or reunified with them. They've been running this program in Iowa for 12 years. It has proven to be very successful. It has helped return the children to their families quicker, and it has reduced greatly the chances of families needing that support again and to have the children moved again. So we are very excited about being a pilot program for this. It's been challenging, but fun and exhilarating and all of those things. And like I said, Deanna's doing an awesome job. We're very proud of her. She's a real go-getter, our little research girl too. So nothing but good going on there. So we'll keep you updated on that. The Holiday Assistance Coalition that's on the agenda, I just wanted to mention that it's something that we're trying to get off the ground. We do have some buy-in, but we don't really have enough to make a go of it. What the coalition really is to try to centralize a registration and nomination process for holiday assistance programs, or at the very least have a coalition. So as like the Food Pantry Coalition does, everybody's communicating, everybody knows what's being offered. So we can really streamline that process for families and community members that are not sure where to go for what during the holidays. So more to come on that next year, hopefully. Then under other business, wanted to talk a little bit about planning for 2022. And like Chad had mentioned, the partnership, we have updated our mission and vision statements. We are trying to gear our activities, opportunities, and things towards really helping folks with mental health needs. We all know that everything, physical health, mental health, that all goes together, and it all plays into the success of someone in their life, whether it's a young one going into school, our students already in school, those coming out into adulthood. It's very, very important. So part of the holiday giveaway is I offered a bonus to get an additional entry if they filled out our 2021 Family Wellbeing Survey. Some of you that have been with us for a while know that we did a survey in 2019 when Tenley was still around, and we got some feedback, but because of COVID with 2020 and 21, we really weren't able to deliver on some of what they were asking for. And so we just thought this would be a good time to resurvey folks now that they're coming out the other side of COVID, but it's still with us, and what their needs still are and what their focus wants to be on. And then hopefully that will drive participation at like our cafes and things where we're seeing like a less amount of participation. We're also asking for information on how do you prefer to meet? Do you prefer to meet in person, over Zoom? Would you appreciate a hybrid solution where it's can Zoom and in person together? What time of day or week is best for you to get together for activities? So hopefully that will give us some insight on how we can plan for 2022. So community connections, last but definitely not least, has still been quite quiet for me. That's okay-ish. I worry a little bit. I worry that I'm not getting referrals that like for families that could use my support. I'm hoping that's not the case. I've been doing some outreach with schools and things to remind them that I'm here. When I say it's okay, on the other side of the ish is because I wear many hats here, as many of you know, so I have been keeping extremely busy. But I'm hoping that next year we can move the needle a little bit on community connections and get more folks, connected as needed. I am still getting a lot of diapers, wipes, and formula requests, so that at least gives me an opportunity to check and see if there's anything else they could use support with. And I know sent many Chris's way out of those requests, which has been wonderful. We did get another grant approval for diapers, wipes, and formula, so we will be set on assisting the needs in that area for probably a couple years, I am hoping. So if you have know anybody that is struggling in that area of the diapers, wipes, and formula, which are very expensive, as we all know, please send them my way. reach out to me if if you don't already know about the form that I have, that I appreciate being filled out ahead of time, but in tight time frames and things, it's okay just to send a parent my way too. Okay, so we covered a lot in a short amount of time. So I am going to open it up to see if any of you have questions, comments, any burning ideas you've had in your mind, since the last time we met, about things we could do for next year. And again, also feel free to email me after today's meeting if you have anything come up. But I'm gonna open up anybody? Corey.
I should have mentioned in our updates, we don't have anybody here representing our children's long-term support program. So another quick update from Health and Human Services is that our department is working in partnership with PATH to facilitate a parent support group for parents with children of disabilities. And there are even some parents of adult children that have joined that group, and they've met a couple of times already, and it's just going really well. There's a lot of enthusiasm, and folks are feeling like they're getting a lot of support from one another. So another opportunity for parents to make some connections in the community. Just wanted to make people aware of that. And then I have a question for Derek. I just heard rumblings, and I don't know if this is factual or not, but has one of our schools lost their SRO?
No, all the schools have an SRO currently assigned to them.
Good, I'm relieved to hear that. Thank you. I'll dispel the myths.
If I could jump in, what Corey mentioned, I have a follow-up to what you just mentioned, and thank you for sending a report.
New text message from Kelly Welch.
So Corey and I sometimes are part of a group that meets at noon, and she's not able to be there. So I really appreciate you and Dory putting together an update that did have a parent supporting parents. So I was reading that before this meeting started. So not sure about who that's targeting. And is that the same parent partner that you just mentioned for people with disabilities? So
no, but
it's all good.
It is the same parent supporting parents that Rebecca mentioned, and that Deanna is our parent partner for. So it is for parents going through the child welfare system, parents who have children removed from them, and pairing them up with a partner who's been through that process, that can walk side by side, help them navigate the court system, help them navigate our whole complex system, and just make them feel some sense of hope, knowing somebody who's been through it and done well. So that's what parent supporting parents is.
I am so happy. I mean, I've been in my current position for 10 years, and I used to be an attorney representing parents or a guardian ad litem. And, the whether it's the permanency plan or the reunification plan is that what we're talking about? Like trying to help them get through all those things?
Yeah,
because it was always a daunting list.
Help them have a voice in developing their plans, all of that.
Okay. All right. So that's you, Deanna? Awesome. No, really, this.
So Jennifer, yes, I'm going to just suggest that maybe you can be a supportive voice for the program over at the Justice Center. We have Deanna in training right now, and she's shadowing some of our staff. And we've tried to educate our legal partners, but I don't know that they remember all that we've talked to them about. So there's a little reticence to having a parent partner in the courtroom. As we move forward, and as Deanna is assigned to families, we will ensure that both that family as well as the judges and any attorneys are okay with her being in the courtroom if that's what the parent wants.
Sure.
But in this mentoring phase, we probably have to back up and do a little communication and re-educating people.
It almost sounds like a CASA volunteer, but more professional for the parents.
Yes.
Is what I mean when I hear about somebody going to court, or the domestic violence advocates that go to court and are there.
A great parallel to help us communicate what this is. So thank you for that.
Yeah. So the parent partner, that would be a referral from the social worker that's working on the chips or whatever.
Yes.
Okay. And then the one that you just mentioned with PATH or parents with disabilities, that's different.
Yes, that's just an informal support group
Okay.
that staff from PATH and Beth Chisholm and her team are co-facilitating. Eventually, we hope to just turn that over to one of the parents because they're really taking a lot of ownership of this. But yeah, it's just a chance to get together on a monthly basis. We've been offering in-person and virtual options, so whatever works best for parents. And if anybody's interested, they can either contact PATH or contact Beth in our office.
Okay. Because I've had some different conversations with the different hat that I wear for guardianship cases, and people with children who have a disability, and then when they approach 18 and what the options are, and talk to a parent of a disabled young adult about that process and getting information to parents. So I will call Beth.
Great. Rebecca, is there plans for CCOT to do another transition fair at the ADRC? I know we've had those in the past.
Oh, let me know when those are.
Yes. So I have not been able to attend the last couple of CCOT meetings, but there is one coming up that I am planning to attend, and I will, if they don't bring it up, I will ask, because it is something that is extremely useful and helpful for everybody to have that fair to go to. So
and that's specifically for those teens transitioning to adulthood, to learn about educational opportunities, to learn about services in the community, the ADRC. So those have been really helpful in the past. So we'll be sure to get you that information, Jennifer, if there's one coming up.
Just make sure that people can contact me about general information about the guardianship process and the court process, because that's,
maybe, if there is a fair and if Jennifer is available, it might be good to even include her, or at least include her in the planning so we can get the information.
And I am planning to go to the CCS, CST. I had to get my cheat sheet out because I don't remember all those letters. CCOP committee meeting. It sounds like in February.
Great.
The chair of that committee said he could make some room on the agenda. Happens to be my husband.
Good to have connections.
Yeah. Well, I was glad that he, and then I got to talk to the parents, and so how I can do more outreach and help answer people's questions and take away some of those fears. Okay. Good. Thank you. I know that's not really planned. Well, no, it is planning that I'm doing for next year. And so for you guys to be out there too, because I already do some guardianship and probate for learning and retirement. And I've been doing that, been doing it for probate for years. And we added guardianship last year. And it's mostly focused on the seniors, the older adults that are in need of guardianship. But I'm going to tailor one to parents of young adults or teens, and just what some, because that's obviously a very different group and different options that they may have. So that's a resource for parents with disabilities that I'm working on. So you guys can help me spread the word if I do something on my own, but if you have a fair that you're working on. So I'm glad we got this discussion going, because I'd love to be a part of that. Thank you.
Absolutely. That's what the partnership is all about.
Yep.
Okay. Anybody else have anything for us?
Yeah, Rebecca, to circle back just a little bit to the parents supporting parents, we are looking for another part-time parent supporting parent, where that job is going to be posted next Monday. So if anybody knows anyone with lived experience in the child welfare system that could be a useful mentor to our parents currently, please have them apply. The job is going to be posted on the United Way Facebook page and then on the Job Center website. So you can send people that direction.
Thank you, Vivian.
I also wanted to just put a shout out to our foster parent program, and I am putting Vivian's information in the chat box. I know it's the holiday season, and I know that a lot of people get together with a lot of other people, And the best recruitment method is word of mouth. So I'm encouraging everybody through this holiday season and gift giving season to give the gift of families for our children. And we're not only looking for licensed foster homes to take placement of children, we're looking to license homes for respite providers, as well as in-home services for our parents. So there's multiple roles that people can assist us with through the foster care program. So I'm just putting a shout out, word of mouth. Please talk about our foster care program and refer people to Vivian. Thank you.
Dory, I know, what do you mean when you say in-home services for parents? Is that like somebody comes in and hangs out with the kiddos, but in their home, or?
It depends on the uniqueness, the circumstances of each family. So in the past, for example, we've had a foster parent contact the birth parents every morning to ensure that they were up and about and feeding, their child breakfast. And that was an awesome, just an awesome act that foster parent was willing to do. So, thinking outside of, I'm going to take this child in my home forever and ever and hopefully adopt, that's old fashioned thinking. With the Family First Act, we really need to focus more on keeping kids in the home. So yes, we definitely need to place children outside their home for safety reasons at times. But we're really trying to beef up our services in those families' homes. So if it's somebody that can mentor a parent, do skill building, or even be there as what we call a safety control. So they might go there, like I said, to make sure the child's being fed, or to make sure that they're, clean, make sure that there's a presence in the home during stressful periods of time. So it all depends on each family's circumstances.
And is that all volunteer, or is that like contracted services?
Both. I'd say both.
Okay, great. Anything else? Blaine sneezed. Okay, all right. That's all I have. Chad, is there anything that you want to add? No?
No, I think I'm good. I think I covered everything.
Okay. All right, so let's see, our next meeting then, it's going to be Friday, March 11th at 8:15 a.m. And I have one more thing too. What I'd like to do is send a survey to all the partners just to get a little feedback on if this is still a good time of the month, is this still a good day, time of day, things like that, just to make sure that we can bring everybody to the table that, is available. So I'm gonna probably send out a little survey link or something with the meeting minutes from today. And then also this session was recorded, as you know, when it asked you if you're okay with that when you joined us. So this will be up on the partnerships website. So if you want to refer back to any of the conversation that was had, there's a lot of information thrown out today. You can do that. So that'll be a link to that in the meeting minutes as well. So if there is nothing else, I will wish you all a great Friday and hope you have a great holiday season with your families, however you celebrate, or even if you don't. And we will see you in March.